Hello and welcome to our presentation. Our brand of choice is the brand Mega. Mega is a wholly owned subsidiary of Mattel that they acquired in 2014. And Mattel acquired the Mega brand for its proficiency in manufacturing, designing and developing products. They also acquired it to help Mattel reach the fast-growing market of Mega, and also to leverage the combined power of the brands, both Mega and Mattel. Mega is a competitor in the construction toy industry, and the global construction toy market is expected to grow from 8.94 billion in 2020 to 9.04 billion in 2021 at a compound annual growth rate of 1.1%. But the market is expected to reach 11.52 billion by 2025 at a growth rate of 6.3%. North America is the largest region in the construction toy market in 2020, and the regions covered in this report include Asia Pacific, Europe, North and South America, Middle East and Africa. The Mega Bloks brand controls 3.4% of the global construction toy market, but they have a declining performance over the last 5 years. Here, the leading competitor, being Lego, controls 68.6% of the market, and it is noteworthy to say that Mega Bloks is the second largest competitor, so there's a great gap in between the leading brand and the second leading one. It is a very fragmented market where a lot of competitors compete for small market shares. And it's also important to say that Mega is second in brand awareness, with 62% of consumers being familiar with the name, compared to 82% for the leader. Competition, it is important to note that there is always a great threat of new entrants due to the low switching costs for consumers. They can always try a new toy, try a new product. So here, brands try to get protection from differentiating their products. For example, Lego focuses on digitalizing their products from films to education. This brand, Lego, also carries out design, development, production and marketing of their toys and playing materials. But here, different players use different strategies to thrive in the market, and an important threat in the competition arena is that retailers are entering the toys and games market, and they are eating market share from brands like Mega Bloks. For example, a common distribution channel is supermarkets and hypermarket retailers, because their bulk buying power, they can get like budget toys. And the problem here is that competitors share these channels. So Mega Bloks will use these channels, and retailers will start competing in the same channel.
Hello, I'm going to be talking about the construction toys market. Why are Lego winning? Lego performed well during the COVID-19 pandemic and increased their sales by almost half in the first half of 2021, and profits more than doubling. It overcame problems of logistics and higher raw material costs. Sales of its City line of police and fire stations did well as Harry Potter and Star Wars sets. In terms of size, Mega Bloks are bigger compared to Legos. They have previously mostly been designed for younger children. Lego has more vibrant colours, higher durability, tighter connections and chemical-free plastics. Lego is also considered to be the higher quality product due to its strict product control. It's also more expensive than Mega Bloks. Lego enjoys a high popularity among its market. Stores often have priority aisles for Lego, while Mega Bloks and other similar products are mixed together in another aisle. Lego is the original construction toy line. It also pioneered the 6-peg plastic block design. Lego has filed lawsuits against Mega brands but lost. Lego also has a higher number of devoted followers. There is a recognized Lego subculture and also Lego aficionados. Lego is one of the few brands still enthusiastically opening physical stores. More than 40% of their stores are in China. It has opened them to gain direct access to customers. The privately held toy maker has consistently outpaced its United States rivals, such as Mattel and Hasbro, as well as the broader toy market, which has suffered from competition from digital devices such as iPads and smartphones in the past decade. Mattel is the world's largest toy maker with about $6 billion in annual sales, compared with Lego's $5.4 billion. In the construction aisle, however, Lego is winning. In the critical United States toy market, 8 out of every $10 spent on construction sets go to Lego. Mega is aiming to become a stronger contender in the construction toy aisle and has partnered with other Mattel owned brands such as Barbie and Hot Wheels to create new products. Mattel should also continue to boost their marketing, create more competitive packaging, and invest in their innovation efforts. Mattel also create new toys to compete with Lego called Mega Constructs. These are aimed at older children, which is a market Mega Bloks has struggled with previously. Innovating new products aimed at older children will change the brand image of Mega Bloks. The company used to be seen as exclusively for younger children. Mega Bloks are also focusing on the female market by creating new products that feature the American Girl brand to compete with Lego Friends. Mega Bloks are also keen to differentiate their product from Lego instead of being seen as a cheap clone, and create a better construction and play experience. One distinct factor they can exploit is that their figures, which are an important part of the construction world, mirror their exact appearance in films or video games, unlike their Lego rivals. Mattel's research indicates this is a hit with children and collectors. Mattel are implementing a plan that includes cutting costs, such as moving manufacture to countries of lower associated costs. Mattel is also moving their manufacturing operations for Mega Bloks from Canada to facilities in Mexico and China. Mega Bloks will also need to further expand and innovate their products to appeal to the Chinese market if they are going to continue to compete with Lego.
So one of the issues that we felt was important to highlight and study was the environmental aspect linked to the toys industry. Indeed, this industry is one of the most polluting in the world, and this for several reasons, but Mega Bloks had already done quite significant efforts with Mattel. So the first problem we wanted to talk about is plastic consumption in toys and packaging. So on the one hand, we can highlight the pre-conception part, which is the production of raw materials, the manufacture of toys and their packaging, their transport and distribution, because indeed most of children's toys are made from plastic and sold in several packages, which are often made in plastic as well. And today, in the context of advanced globalization, and in particular regarding production chains where companies seek to look for savings, China centralizes the world production of toys, which also creates problems in terms of health and environment, in particular because the standards are much less regulated than in Europe, for example, and many toys coming from China contain toxic chemicals. So that's why Mega Bloks decided to be more efficient in their design and manufacturing processes. They wanted to design toys to be durable, and they have created a new certified carbon-neutral product line, which is Mega Bloks Green Town. So these products are made from more responsibly sourced materials, and specifically a minimum of 56% plant-based materials and a minimum of 26% ISCC certified plastics. But maybe they could go even further in that perspective and produce perhaps more locally, which will reduce the ecological footprint linked to the transport and make it possible to produce toys in accordance with local regulations. So the second problem we wanted to talk about was the waste issues. So Mega Bloks claimed to have achieved zero waste packaging for the Mega Bloks big building bag, by making smart choices with the packaging materials and ensuring packages are recyclable. The packaging and playbooks are indeed made from FSC certified fibers and they are reducing the size of packages wherever possible. And in the last 6 years, they have reduced building bricks set packaging by more than 30%. And they are remanaging the way they sell their toys by eliminating blister packaging whenever possible, including window cartons and interior blister packs. They also use soap-based inks and water-based varnishes for their packaging, which is designed to reduce the environmental impact of these toys and enhance recyclability, all while being non-toxic. Finally, the brand belongs to the Metal Playback, which is a toy take-back program designed to recover and reuse materials from old Mattel toys for future Mattel products. So the entire portfolio from packaging to the toys themselves incorporates recyclable materials, which facilitates a circular economy. Their FSC certification and how to recycle instructions are displayed on most of their packaging, helping to keep their consumers engaged and provide them with the information they need to recycle responsibly.
So, despite the evident advantage of the toy industry, which represents 65% of habits in 2019, the traditional branch of physical toys is more and more giving up for mobile devices. Currently, in 59% of the home, there are all buildings and construction toys. The average is good, but far from the 66% average of electronic devices. Furthermore, those electronic devices are not only for the older children. From 0 to 14 years old, the electronic devices are the most used by children, with a large gap of 20%. Then comes cards and board games, but it's clearly not on the top anymore. So preferences from users are clear, but we need to focus on the buyer opinion. According to Statista, 51% of buyers would rather their children play without screen. However, that less 47% think there is a real learning from electronic devices, so it's good for children to play with. So children are more and more attracted to electronic devices and are giving up physical toys. The buyers are hesitating with two different policies concerning the interest in traditional toys for their children.
As a result from extreme technological advancement in recent years, children's interest in traditional toys has been on a declining rate. Chains like Toys R Us, known for their enormous retail store, have unfortunately closed due to the takeover of e-commerce within the toys industry. Innovation through digitalization has not only affected marketing decisions of competitors within the toy industry, but have also made a massive impact on the consumer buying behavior on toy categories. Children wish to follow the latest trends, which primarily revolves around toys embracing digitalization, which are known as electronic toys, smart toys, and tech toys. A Statista consumer market survey shows the different categories of toys available in a typical household. The most common was cards and board games with 79%, closely followed with electronic toys comprising of 76%. Furthermore, electronic toys surpasses models, building, and construction toys. As such, this outlines the fact of how attractive this type of category is in comparison to more traditional toys, also including figurines, musical toys, toy weapons, and research toys. Toy companies have continued to push exciting technological advancements in their products. Nowadays, kids and adults want toys with some form of interactivity, whether it is powered by an app, remote control, or another way of engaging with it directly. For instance, LEGO has innovated this field by creating a particular range of LEGO sets that tie in with their video game, LEGO Dimensions. The player is able to scan their toy through a piece of technology, therefore allowing them to play as that particular character within the game. A consumer will perceive the value of a product based on 4 different aspects: functional value for performance, functional value for money, emotional value, and social value. As such, creating a form of interactivity with these toys will increase the consumer's emotional attachment as well as their perception of the functional value of toys. Alongside with tying Mega Bloks into popular franchises, they must pursue methods for appealing to current trends of making toys interactive through mobile devices or other means of technology. A simple mobile app or video game that makes use of the construction toys will therefore create a greater form of interaction between the child and toy, which may increase the perceived value of said toy. To summarize, there has been an increase in concern with the sustainability of toys, specifically with regards to the packaging of them, and then the post-consumer ecological impacts on used toys. We recommend that Mega Bloks finds ways of improving their packaging and allowing for recycled toys to be used instead of throwing them away. In addition, there has been an increase of consumers using technological devices as opposed to traditional toys, and Mega Bloks must find innovative ways to tackle such an issue and create a form of interaction with toys, which will therefore create a perceived value for the toys in question.